Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat Amelia here. You a concerned Tom's River resident there. That's why we do the show. I am in the North Bergen studio today, kind of like on the set of the City Show. Normally I shoot the shows in Seaside on Wednesday, but you had the big Ocean County GOP convention, and it certainly focused on Tom's River. That'll be our lead story when we come back from the break. A lot of action there last night. Getting from COVID, let's jump over there. Things are the fog is starting to lift on the COVID. As more people get the vaccinations, I'd like to get mine for that matter. I'm really looking for the J&J one. I think we're all looking for the J&J one shot and you're out. Father Murphy, our fine governor, has loosened restrictions. Indoor dining goes up to 50%. Indoor bars, casinos, and the gyms up to 50%. What starts getting iffy when you're with the indoor dining and the bars is the 6 feet. I don't know if you're going to go to 50 to 75% and still be able to stay within the 6 feet of distance. We may see a jump from 50 to 100, but it looks like we're going to have concerts. You're going to have outdoor activities this year. Looks like, the Jersey Shore can have a big rebound. For that matter, if you were thinking about renting the Jersey Shore house where the Snooki and the gang was, that is off the market this year, paying a penalty for the Nelk Boys incident last year. House will not be available for rental until October the 21st of 2021. Our topic, Mo Hill's big win last night. We'll get into that. We'll probably do 2 segments on that. The Tom's River settlement over houses of worship, the acreage required, and former Tom's River BA files suit against the township, Dan Guardian. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Not everyone celebrates the birth of a baby. You have options. Don't panic. New Jersey has safe havens for unwanted infants. Leave the baby with staff at any hospital, ER, police or fire station, or rescue squad. Call the number on your screen for safe haven locations or go to www.njsafehaven.org. No shame, no blame, no names. Safe Haven.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
We're back, Tom's River Show. Pat Amelia here, you there. Correction at Don Guardian, the former BA. He filed suit in Tom's River. We'll get into the interesting timing of that. Get back to last night. The GOP, the Ocean County GOP, had their convention in Tom's River at a school gym. I had predicted George Gillmore would be the victorious one in this reorganization for the Tom's River and the lines and everything that was going on. That didn't happen, and I'm really surprised. I discounted Mo Hill's ability to control Tom's River. I thought George Gillmore would be victorious here. That did not happen. Mo Hill wins, Mo wins, Mo wins, Mo wins again. But I should have said that 4 times, because now Mo Hill, if you want to count it this way, is 4-0 against George Gillmore. How is he 4-0, you say? Well, let me tell you. He won the GOP primary. Remember, he was not the leader in that. He was not the favorite. That was Joe Coronado. Then he won the general election, where there were forces working against Mo Hill all through that. Then last night, his organization, the Republicans for Tom's River, is now the main Republican club in Tom's River, and that organization's candidate for county commissioner, Bobby Joe Sierra, will get the line. So Mo right now, between primary, general election, Republicans for Tom's River, and Sierra getting the line, Mo man is 4-0 against Gillmore. Good job. You got the, like I said, you have the new ruling club in Tom's River. It is called Republicans for Tom's River. That is replacing the Tom's River regular Republican Club that operated for 35 years. Now, if you recall, that club didn't endorse Mo Hill, didn't give Mo Hill money for his campaign. Mo Hill had a sue. It was a long, drawn-out, dramatic story there. They didn't support Mo when he was running for mayor. Mo threatened to start his own club, and Mo has. And I guess Mo figured if I can't beat him, I'll supersede him. So now you have a new ruling club, Republicans for Tom's River. They will be the club of power for now, and I keep saying for now. I get used to not having long sleeves on. It's like 72 degrees as we're taping this. Got a short sleeve shirt on today. I'll tell you how big this win is, but Mo Hill and the Tom's River gang, it's almost in the political world like the Mets, the '69 Mets. This is a huge victory for Mo Hill. Nobody seen this coming. Nobody had the confidence, and you got to throw George. You got to throw Frank Holman in there too. Nobody had the confidence. I being one of them. I thought George Gillmore was going to be the guy. That didn't happen. This is a huge victory over the forces of George Gillmore. Like I said, I didn't see it coming. I was predicting a clean sweep for George. That didn't happen. So now, Mo Hill controls the Tom's River line. You have a big election coming up this year. You got the primary in June. You got the general election in November. I really hate that. A local town should have the primary, their election in May, runoffs in June. Make the local elections to stand alone, not being mixed up with the state or the federal ones. It's local issues. All politics are local. All issues are local. That's why we shouldn't move these. And you're not saving any money, especially with everything we've changed now with the elections, with 10 days before, early voting, mail-in ballots. You're not saving any money anymore. Mo now controls the TR line. You got the ward council seats are up this year. A year ago when Mo won, that was Mo Hill, the mayor, and the council at large. Now this time around, it is the ward council. Then you're going to have the Ocean County commissioners. You got Bobby Joe Sierra, and I think there's one other one that's up for election this time around. And you got the governor's race. You got some assembly people you got to vote for. But the big thing in Tom's River is your council. So that's where things are going to get interesting. Now, note that Dan Roderick, you will not be getting the line in Tom's River. So don't be planning on that, Danny boy. Mo's in control. He's totally in control now. So we'll get into this as we're going to go into break. Dan Roderick isn't going anywhere either. He will certainly seek to run for re-election. When we come back from the break, we'll get into that a little more. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer a Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, located right off of NJ 440 North. Across the Hudson Mall is your one-stop for all your automotive needs. Check out Ford's latest models like the 2020 Ford Fusion with its stylish looks and hybrid options, or the unparalleled high-performance 2020 Ford Mustang. The 2020 Ford F-150 Raptor is ready for those rugged off-road terrains with trail control. Need a mid-sized truck for your towing and hauling? The 2020 Ford Ranger will deliver. The 2020 Ford Escape is a luxury SUV that was made for comfort and adventure on the go. Returning is Ford's legendary Bronco, which takes you back to the true meaning of off-roading. They are now available for pre-order in our showroom or on our website. Let us help you find your next vehicle. Stevens, Jersey City Ford, 201-432-7272.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there? Now getting back to this huge victory last night for Mo. Mo Hill is in complete control of Tom's River politics right now. He is the big kahuna here. Remember what I said, for now. Do not count out George Gillmore. Do not think George Gillmore is going quietly into the night. That is not going to happen. He's going to double check all the procedures that took place last night at the convention. He's going to make sure the T's are crossed, the I's are dotted. He's going to study where the votes came from and why. He is not going away. Even when all is said and done, there might be some legal challenges. George Gillmore may have lost last night, but he's not out of the game by a long shot. Look for George Gillmore to run a TR slate of candidates for ward council, opposing the one from Mo Hill and the Republicans for Tom River slate. I guess you could put Dan Roderick on that slate. He is a name, but Dan is kind of aggravated both sides, Dems and Republicans. He may run independent, but George is going to be looking for candidates that can win. Dan Roderick, he's won before. He's got a name in Tom's River, so he probably will get attention from George Gillmore. Plus, next year there's the GOP convention where they do their reorganization. You vote for a new chairman, and you can take it to the bank. George Gillmore will be involved in there. George Gillmore isn't going anywhere. I know there's some people today doing the happy dance from last night. Gillmore ain't going nowhere. Look for him to be very involved this year in Tom's River politics and Ocean County politics. I can see him running a candidate for commissioner against Sierra. I'm certain there will be a slate of candidates running against the Republicans for Tom's River, the Mo Hill slate, in June. And if it turns out Mo did lose Wednesday night, that makes him a motivated individual. George Gillmore is a political animal. Yeah, I don't know George Gillmore personally, but from Hudson County, I deal with political powerhouses, guys that are political animals. It's in their blood. A lot of the people in last night's victory, not sure it's in their blood like it is with George Gillmore. He lives and breathes this. A lot of these other people, they got a victory last night, but they had other professions. The politics was kind of like a sideline deal. It's not a sideline for George Gillmore. Even though he's an attorney by trade, he lived and dies politics. He's been the leader of the Republican Party in New Jersey for like 30 years, and I can see him restoring himself to that position again. He's not going anywhere. No political figure in Tom's River or Ocean County who opposed Gillmore on Wednesday night should feel comfortable, because George isn't going anywhere. He's going to be here. These upcoming elections in Ocean County will be a true test for George Gillmore. And for the people in Tom's River and Ocean County that oppose him, you better hope he doesn't ace it. But where do we go now? Who does Mo Hill and Frank Holman? Yeah, I don't want to discount Frank Holman, but last night's victory is really a Mo Hill victory. And, Mo, he was disrespected by the former Tom's River regular Republican club. He's been at odds with George Gillmore for many, many years. This is really a Mo Hill victory last night. He worked for it. Congratulations to him. Now, what will be his slate coming up? Roderick's not getting it. I would assume everybody but Roderick, who is seated on the council now, gets the seat. Now, you look at Lori, the councilwoman there, Urick. Does she run on the Democratic line again? or does she take a seat with the Mo Hill slate? That'll be interesting to watch. Who does Mo Hill recruit to fill Dan Roderick's role? That'll be interesting to watch. Do you look for diversity? Do we look for another female on the board? Do we look at Asian descent? Do we look for African American? Mo's got a tough ticket to put together. I assume the incumbents will be there. I'll assume he gets along well with the Democrats that are on the board. I'm not sure you have enough issues like you did the last time. The Democrats pretty much swept, with the exception of Maria Maruca. Take it to the bank. Maria Maruca will be on Mo Hill's slate. They have enough to convince the voters in Toms River to vote against the Republicans this time around. It'll be interesting to watch. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
Cutting-edge surgical care is right here in Secaucus.
Robotic surgery is safer.
Shorter hospital stays.
Smaller abdominal incisions, the size of an M&M. Here at Hudson Regional, we provide world-class robotic surgical care.
We're back. Toms River Show. Pat O'Melia here. Nice day today. Weekend's going to be all right. It's going to be like high 40s, 50, but it's supposed to rain all weekend. Eventually, we get out. When is the sun? We turn the clocks back. I'm on Saturdays in Toms River. Tonight, before you go to sleep. No, turn the clock forward. Yes, bring forward, fall back. You're losing an hour's sleep. Go to bed an hour earlier. Put this under the heading of interesting timing. The story came out Wednesday morning, I should say, the day of the organization, the GOP convention in Toms River, that an agreement was reached between Toms River, Mo Hill, the city council, and the federal government over the requirement for 10 acres of land for a house of worship in Toms River. Now, prior to 2017, as I understand it, you didn't need 10 acres of land to build a house of worship in Toms River. That was changed, and the prevailing feeling is they increased it from 2 acres to 10 because of encroachment for Lakewood. There were people saying we don't want a Jewish community taking over Toms River. I don't know if that's true. Had they done this, say, 15 years ago and made it 10 acre requirement, they probably would have had a leg to stand on with the feds and in court. There was no way they were going to win this in court. I don't know of any municipality that stood up to construction of a new house of worship and tried to do it by zoning. One, you would have just used a lot of legal money and you would have still lost. So what Toms River did, they agreed to go back to pre-2017 zoning, where it was 2 acres of land is required for a house of worship. And really, you want 10 acres of land? Because one thing a house of worship is tax exempt. They're not paying any property taxes there. So I don't think I'd want a house of worship with 10 acres of land. I'd want a house of worship decent size with parking. Now, the settlement rolls back those changes. Houses of worship can be built on as little as 2 acre parcels of land in 9 areas of town, including the northern and western areas of Tom's River. They can build it there. Houses of worship are again permitted to use more rural areas of town. Smaller sized houses of worship, 2 to 2.5 acres, can be located on minor collector roads, not your main drags, and not your secondary road, minor collector roads that aren't used as often outskirts of town. Houses of worship become permitted use in a township on highway business zones. All right, I could see that. Houses of worship are not permitted on local roadways and in neighborhoods. That is important. Years ago in Jersey City, across from my house, we had Beddich's and Stabile Funeral Home. And they ran that funeral home for years and years and years. The father passed on, and the son, Kenny Stabile, he ran it, but it came more than he could run. But it was very valuable property, and there were 2 big parking lots associated. So what the Stabiles eventually did, they closed the funeral home, and they leased it to a church, a small affiliation church. Doesn't matter, what the religious affiliation was. And they were there for about 3-4 years. It's now gone. They demoed it in Jersey City. Anything that stands still long enough, and including homes, will get demoed, and we'll build a 3-family cookie cutter that's probably an illegal 4 or 5 family. But when it was a church, again, I go to church at St. Paul of the Cross, and we drive over there and take up all the parking on that part of the Heights in Jersey City. But it was really a pain. On their services on Saturday and Sunday, if the church was open, there was no parking. Everybody from wherever, they would come over from New York, South Jersey, they'd park all over your street. And even the municipal lot where I parked my car, they would park there. We'd have to get the parking authority involved. It's nice to have a house of religion in the area. You just don't want it on your block. And the thing is, if you move it to the next block, those people don't want it. You kind of want it on the highway or on the minor roads where it's not going to dominate a neighborhood. So I can appreciate what Tom's River agreed to here, going back to the zoning from 2017, but I personally know what happened. The house was, the house of worship, the former funeral home, was directly across from the house. And Saturday, Sunday, occasionally on Thursday nights, they would have like jump houses in the parking lot, and all these people would come, and all these kids from other parts of town or other towns would come in, and there was no parking on the block. So I think this is a good settlement, and you can't go wrong having religion in your town. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Pen & Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen & Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
At Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to be prepared for your emergency.
We promise to provide world-class robotic surgical care.
We promise to treat you like family.
To provide accurate diagnostic care.
To provide the most innovative orthopedic care at your doorsteps.
We promise to treat your baby like our own.
To never stop investing in the best of spinal care.
To be with you every step of the way.
Here at Hudson Regional Hospital, we promise to take care of our community.
We're back, Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You there, you concerned Tom's River resident. While it's also under interesting timing, our last segment for tonight, Don Guardian, the former BA for Tom's River, he was the BA under Tom Kelleher. He is the former mayor of Atlantic City. He is considered a financial guru. He knows where to get money from Trenton. He knows how to save money. He knows how to stretch money. The guy was a good hire for Tom Kelleher. I have a feeling my friend Ray Lesniak may have had a hand in him coming to Tom's River. But if you needed a financial guy and a BA, Don Guardian was the guy. I know Don Guardian to a degree. I don't know him personally. Everybody speaks highly of him on both sides of the aisle, Democrats and Republicans. And he was there in Tom's River under the recently passed away Tom Kelleher, rest in peace, Tom, as the BA, and he was there when Mo took office. Don Guardian has filed a suit against Mo Hill, the mayor, the town council, Greg McGuckin, the corp counsel for Tom's River, and also the assemblyman, the now present BA, Lou Amoroso, for hostilities and wrongful termination because Don Guardian is an openly gay. So who cares? But Don feels, and he has some evidence to back this up, I assume, in a court case, that there were negative things and anti-gay slurs directed in his direction. Now, one of them was attributed to Mo Hill, an anti-gay slur concerning Don Guardian. I got to know Mo over the last year and a half or so, especially during the campaign. If you recall, I produced the GOP primary debate, televised, and the general election mayoral debate in Tom's River, which is also televised. And I produced live television programs for Mo Hill. We did like 6 or 8 of them. Yeah, I got to know Mo. I got to know his wife, Rose. Mo is a councilman. He's a dentist. He's an admiral. Mo isn't racist, and he's not homophobic. That is my opinion of Mo. I don't know the rest of the story. I do know Don, and Don, what I know of Don and the people, I know people around him better than I know Don. I don't think he's stretching the truth. But I will say, Mo and his circle mishandled the whole Don Guardian situation from the get-go. Now, first off, you don't fire a person who's recuperating from a stroke that occurred on town time during a council meeting. Don Guardian, like I said, was a holdover from the Kelleher administration. Now, normally what happens when you got a new administration coming in, there's a transition team. That was headed by Greg McGuckin also, McGuckin. They normally review the staff from the previous administration. Most people are let go immediately on the day one of the new administration taking office. Some are kept on for continuity until your person or the mayor gets the lay of the land. Normally, the BA is one of those people that usually stays on as a holdover, as Don Guardian did. You normally keep him for a year, and then you let him go. But you let him know that the time is running out in that year. You let him know what it is. Don Guardian was no newbie to politics, and Don Guardian also knows when you live by the political sword, you're going to die by it. Hopefully, Tom's River and Don Guardian can come to a mutual decision and settlement on this, and I hope it works out. All right, we're at a show. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you during the week. Good night.